Last time I made a video about how uncivilized we are as Kenyans. Consider this a part 2. Alright? Now, this is not to speak to being uncivilized, but this is now deeper. It's in the sense of we don't take ourselves seriously as people. Tunakuanga watu, we don't take, we lack a touch of class in whatever we do and even how we approach ourselves. Because if you look at everything I complained about in the previous video, the whole issue of dumping waste into rivers, dumping waste into drainages, dumping waste in public land, this whole issue of treating public resources and, guardrails and all this metal infrastructure as, avenues for selling to scrap metal dealers, all these things. It shows something deeper. It's not even just a lack of civility, it's that you don't take yourself seriously to think you deserve the quality of life that comes with honoring those things. So, what would you rather do? Resort to just taking yourself back to your depravities. The government creates some nice separations, metallic structures to separate lanes. You decide, we can do without them, so but I need 200 bob for, I don't know, a shot of changa, whatever. So you just go steal the thing. Because in your head you think, okay, you deserve the mediocre standards that were there before. And this goes on even on a larger scale. Even if you look at the politicians, that's the frame of mind they operate from. That's why they have the guts and the gall to steal your money, right? That was meant for a road, and then paint the sand black so that it looks like it's been tarmacked, or even just come and put a layer of tarmac on some dirt road without even having dug to give it the necessary foundations that require it to be durable for years, so that now within 2 months the stupid shit they've created is broken. Why? Because these people do not believe that their people, or even themselves, because that's their constituencies as well, and also the place where they come from, they don't believe they deserve that level of quality. Instead, their greed is far much, it makes more sense to them. All right? And you wonder, what value does it make to have all that money, own all those expensive cars, only for them to get damaged on bad roads? It's counterproductive. And that's just who we are as Kenyans. Okay, who you are as Kenyans. Again, I told you, because I operate from outside the box, I can see these things clearly. But because most of you operate from within the box, you don't identify a problem with it. Why? Because that's who you are. Mediocre to the bone. You don't appreciate quality, you don't appreciate class, you don't appreciate. We are saying we're striving to become a first world country, but you do not enjoy first world standards of living, because every time they are brought upon you, some degenerates in society get to damage the infrastructure, and you'd think that the rest of the people who are actually benefiting from this infrastructure would be outrageous and create an uproar about it. No, they're okay with it. Let them steal. Oh, these people come and steal these infrastructures that have been put by the government, and because people are hungry. You're talking about it so casually. This is something that benefits you. It goes even as far as some people would witness the theft happening and they'll do nothing about it. Why? Because mediocrity. That's who you are. Mediocre. You do not enjoy first world standards. Okay, you don't think you deserve first world standards. You don't think you deserve a level of, let's call it, quality and high classness that is being offered. So you instead choose to, come and behave as a degenerate, destroy whatever is there. And even as government officials, when they're given money to do something, because the money given for projects is even overquoted at times, because it's given a perfect quotation for the highest quality of project being done and an overhead for them to steal. But this idiot will come and steal everything and use like a small overhead to create some very bad road or some very bad infrastructure, some very bad hospital, some very under-equipped hospital, or even school. Why? Because they don't think that that first world standard is deserved. They are mediocre. Small minds. Small minds. We're a territory of small minds. That's a problem. Luckily for us, we have some Gen Zs who are very upright up here, who are thinking in terms of a first world, and unfortunately for them, well, We also have some degenerates who are raised by these degenerates that I'm talking about, who don't appreciate the first world. So we also have an equally large number of Gen Zs who are also in the mediocrity state of mind. So it's kind of a battle of wits for now in this new era that is coming up. And I'm very curious to see how it's going to, progress. But personally, I'm going to call out this behavior until all of you have grown a first world mentality. Because unakuwa mentality tu takataka, maumbwa tu. You just look at something and you think, how am I going to make it as bad as possible? Because in your head, you don't love yourself, you don't love your people well enough to appreciate that this is going to benefit them. Why? Because in your mind, you're a crook, a thug, a mediocre person, and you've owned that identity so much that you don't even know that that is who you are. You're functioning in the rest of the world because you're in corporate thinking you're like everyone else, but you're just still the same. You're the monkey that has been taken from the bush, but the bush is still in your mind. You're just mediocre to the bone. So I'm going to call out that behavior until it stops. So that being said, have a nice one. See you next time.